Are we sabotaging the economy by demanding economic growth? We are 7.7 billion souls on one blue green planet with finite natural resources like oil, gas, coal, etc. to share among ourselves and preserve for the generations to come. It is a known secret that the current economic growth philosophy of modernity is all about more. More people, more production, more money, more consumption, and the process continues like a vicious circle. This encourages consumerism and materialism. Consumerism and materialism has its own downside, causing failure in two categories: environmental failure and social failure. In this video, we are going to understand the environmental failure caused due to consumerism and materialism. The main problem with pursuing never ending growth stems from the fact that the economy is a subsystem of the biosphere. All the input to the economy comes from the environment, and all the waste produced by it returns to the environment. As the economy expands, it consumes more material and energy and emits more waste. But since we live on a finite planet, this process cannot go on forever. Like an inert tube inside a tire, the subsystem can only grow so large compared to the system that contains it. But without understanding the basic principle that the economy is a subsystem of the biosphere, we measure the size of economy using gross domestic product. That is the total amount of money spent on all the final goods and services produced within a country over the course of a year. A long-term perspective on the GDP growth is the work of economic historian Angus Maddison. He compiled a remarkable data series on the population and GDP starting in the year One Common Era and running till 2003. One can observe that for most of the human history, the size of the economy was small compared to the size of the biosphere. But over the last 100 years or so, this balance has changed remarkably thanks to consumerism culture and population growth. On its own, an increase in GDP would not be a problem, except that economic activity is tied very closely to energy and resources use. As GDP increases, the economy requires more energy and resources and produce more waste. Hence, what we should really be concerned is not the GDP growth per se, but the increase in material and energy use that comes with the GDP growth, which has an adverse effect on environment. As a matter of fact, there are plenty of evidence that suggest the global economy is now so large that it is undermining the natural system on which it depends. One such study conducted by Johan Rockstrom and his colleague at Stockholm Resilience Center showed that the economy is placing an excessive burden on the biosphere. They analyzed 9 planetary processes that profoundly influence life on Earth. The researcher also estimated how far humanity could go in altering these processes and still avoid dangerous level of disruption by defining safe operation boundaries. As you can observe in the chart, for 3 of the planetary processes, climate change, biodiversity loss, and nitrogen cycle, humanity is now exceeding the planet's safe operation boundary already. According to Global Footprint Network, 1.7 planets are needed to support humanity's demand on Earth's ecosystem. This situation is called ecological overshot. For example, we are cutting forests faster than they can grow back and emitting CO2 faster than the ocean and forests can absorb it. We could choose to behave as usual and let our kids pay for our wrongdoings, or choose to do something about it. If you choose to do something about it, then first understand your carbon footprint by visiting Global Footprint Network, links provided below. Because What gets measured gets done. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Sustainability Mindset, a mindset for the changing world.